Hey, what is up guys? Gian here of Gadget Pilipinas. Welcome back to the channel. Now, what you're seeing here are two distinct products, the Samsung Galaxy A52 and the Samsung Galaxy A52 5G. Now, I would not blame you if you think that the only thing that separates these two devices is 5G. Well, I think it's a valid claim though, but this is the video that you're probably looking for to set things straight. These are the things that we're going to answer, what's different between the two, and what's best for your needs. Roll the intro.
Well, hello there.
Now, in this video, we'll talk about the major differences and similarities between these two devices. We'll also transition to showing you specific benchmark results of these devices to see how the Galaxy A52 5G is slightly better than the Galaxy A52. Now, while these devices have identical camera specs, I'll show you sample photos and videos and clarify if the chipset affects, or indeed affects, the quality of output. All right, let's now talk first about the major differences: processor, GPU, and display refresh rate. Now, with these differences at hand, you should now have an idea of which features are similar to these two devices. Let's talk about processors. The Galaxy A52 5G is powered with an 8nm Snapdragon 750 5G with the following specifications: 2 cores of 2.2 GHz Cryo 570 and 6 cores of 1.8 GHz Cryo 570. Now, the Galaxy A52, on the other hand, has 2 cores of 2.3 GHz Cryo 465 Gold and 6 cores of 1.8 GHz Cryo 465 Silver. Yes, the chipset on the Galaxy A52 is the same as the one on the Galaxy A72. Odd choice, if I may be honest. Now, annexed to the processors are the GPUs that run alongside it. The 5G variant rocks an Adreno 619, while the non-5G variant has Adreno 618. Now, with these differences in mind, we can already assume that the Galaxy A52 5G's performance is slightly better versus the non-5G variant. But what better way to show you this than giving you actual benchmark results? Okay, so the benchmark results further resolve our assumption that the 5G variant is indeed faster than the non-5G. So, in terms of gameplay experience, these results somehow give us the idea of how well these devices can handle your favorite games. While you cannot push your games to the max details to the level of what the Galaxy S21 Ultra can do, the Snapdragon 720G on the Galaxy A52 and the Snapdragon 750G on the A52 5G can be a good phone for gaming. Now, I leave it to the Gadget Pilipinas team to run gameplay benchmark on these two devices. More details will be included in our full review. Alright, next, let's talk about refresh rate. I totally agree and get Samsung's logic behind putting a higher refresh rate display on the 5G variant. The Galaxy A52 5G's refresh rate can go as high as 120Hz, while the other one is capped to 90Hz. Now, in our previous video about the Galaxy A72, which you can find right here, I mentioned that the refresh rate is limited to 90Hz. Now, this is understandable because its chipset is lower than the 5G counterpart, which is powered by a Snapdragon 720G. This brings me to the subject of the relationship between the choice of chipset and display refresh rate. Both the 5G variants of Galaxy A52 and A72 rock a Snapdragon 750G, while the non-5G variants are powered by Snapdragon 720G. Now, this design is logical and makes a lot of sense because the 5G variants can push themselves to a level of performance that can give justice to the display's refresh rate. Now, when smartphone companies design products, the mix and match approach significantly affects the performance and price. For instance, if you remember the product I talked about last week, the Infinix Zero 8, this product costs less than 10,000 pesos but features a 90Hz panel. The company managed to bring down its cost by designing it with a budget chipset, which may or may not give justice to its display's refresh rate. Now, let's move on from this and focus our attention on the similar notable features of these two devices. Let's start with the camera. Now here's a full suite of the camera specifications of the Galaxy A52 5G and the Galaxy A52. For your appreciation, here are some sample photos I took using these devices. Now pay attention to these photos because I placed 2 photos per frame. The left side and right side were taken with the 5G and non-5G variants respectively. Let me know what you think about the qualities of these photos in the comment section down below. I honestly cannot see a lot of difference between the photos. The photos show a good level of contrast and slightly elevated saturation values. The shutter responsiveness and processing are faster on the Galaxy A52 5G, but the quality is barely noticeable. I mean, the difference in quality rather is barely noticeable. Certain photo and video features are available on both devices, including super steady, portrait, macro shots, live photo, macro photography, and a lot more. You can also shoot videos up to 4K, which I think is a good feature, especially for quarantine content creators like me, like a lot of you guys. Now, both of these devices also have an IP rating of IP67, similar to the Galaxy A72. I talked about IP ratings in my previous video. Now, just in case you missed it, you can check it out here or in the description below. Now, in terms of battery capacity, both smartphones have a 4500 mAh battery and may be charged to 50% in 30 minutes. The Galaxy A52 managed to run for 15 hours and 20 minutes with 20% battery remaining on my PC Mark battery benchmark. Moreover, the Galaxy A52 5G battery test failed to run twice, which I don't know why, but we'll see more about this in our full review. Okay, before I go, let me talk about the price. The Galaxy A52 5G costs 23,990 pesos, same with the Galaxy A72 non-5G, while the Galaxy A52 is 18,990 pesos. By now, you should already know the value of the 5,000 difference between these devices. I believe that with this information, if you think that they're enough, may help you in your purchase. Now, if you're still not satisfied, you can wait for our full review at our website at Gadget Pilipinas. Alternatively, you can check the review of our friends in the TechMob community. That's about it, guys. If you like this video, leave us a like, and I would appreciate if you can subscribe to our channel. We're also giving away a new smartphone, so if you are very much interested, go ahead and check it out at the description box below. This has been GN. Catch you in the next one.